Hi, I am Sri Lakshmi, working as Assistant Professor in CSE Department in Gokraj Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this video, I am going to explain about the Unit 2 concept Structured Query Language languages, the different types of languages in SQL, that is DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. So, these are all the various commands that are available in SQL. So, for example, if you see here DML, select, insert, update and delete are the commands that are available in data manipulation language in SQL. In data definition language, create, alter, drop, truncate. These commands are available. In data control language, grant and revoke are available, and in transaction control language, save point, rollback and commit are the commands that are available. So, coming to the data definition language, we should be understanding what is schema. A database schema is the skeleton structure that represents the logical view of the entire database. It is a snapshot of the database, we can say. It defines how the data is organized and how the relations among them are associated. And a data definition language is going to describe about how the schema is and how the relations are being maintained in the schema. So, data definition language is a collection of those statements which are directly related to the database schema. DDL statements, as I already explained in the previous slide, they are create, alter, drop, replace and truncate. So, let me start with create statement. So, create is used to create objects like create table, create function, create view, etc. So, in this slide, I am giving an example for create table. So, how to create a table is create table, table name. The table name is here student table with student roll number as the attribute with the data type number and primary key. This is the key constraint which I will be explaining in the next videos. The next attribute is name, which is of varchar. These data types also I will explain in the later videos, and cast. This is the third attribute. So, in this way, in this table student, we have three types of attributes: student roll number, name and cast. This is how we create the table. So, once the table is created, sometimes we may want to alter the table by adding a new attribute like this. Attribute is also called as field. So, for example, if I want to add a new attribute address, then we will write alter table student add. Add is the keyword which we are using to alter the table. So, address nvarchar2 of 50, size is 50. So, in this way we can alter the table also. Then coming to the drop command in the DDL. The drop command is used to drop the table, drop a user, drop a particular function, etc. For example, I have a table extra with num as a field and name as another field. If I created a table like this, and in case in future if I don't want to use this table, then I can drop the table by using the statement drop table, table name. What is the table name here? Extra is the table name. Therefore, drop table extra. This is how we use the drop statement. The next one, type of command is replace. Replace is used to rename the table names. For example, in the previous slide I was explaining the table name student. Now I want to rename it to students. This is how we rename. Rename student to students. Truncate. Truncate is used to delete all the rows in the table. Suppose in my student table, I have 10 rows with 10 student data, and in case if I don't want to use the data, then I can truncate the table. Truncate table, table name. What is the name of the table? Student. So, truncate table student. This will truncate all the, delete all the rows in the table. That is about the DDL commands. So the DDL commands are, so basically DDL is used to define the schema of the database. Schema is something like the structure, and the different types of statements are create, alter, drop, replace and truncate. Now we will be moving to data manipulation language. So as the name itself it is indicating, we are going to manipulate the database. So the different types of manipulations are actually select, insert, update and delete. Select was already dealt in the first part of the video. Now we are moving to insert, update and delete. So insert, when we will insert the data is, first we should have a table existing. So we have created the table students in the previous slides as shown here. Students. This students table, if I want to add data into it, I can do the way by insert into students values. These are the values: student roll number, name and caste and then address. So this is how we insert into a particular table. Next one is update. Update is used to modify the data in the database. Suppose if you want to modify the students data, then I should use update. Suppose if I want to add modify the fields, then we should use alter table. That is the difference we should notice. So update command, how it works is update students, that is the table name, set address is equal to Nawab Shah, where name is equal to Atif. So with this statement, what will happen is the name of the student, that is Atif, his address will be modified to Nawab Shah. Like this we can change the data in the database using the update statement. This is about the delete statement. The delete statement will permanently remove the data in the database. Truncate will only remove the data, but delete will remove the schema also. Delete students where name is equal to Ahsan. So here this particular row will be deleted from the database, and in future also we cannot get it back. That is about the DML statements. Now I will be moving to data control language statements, that is DCL statements, where we can grant privileges to the tables, views and procedures. So giving privileges is something like who are all the people they want to access particular parts of the tables, particular views. I can give permissions using DCL statements. The two types of DCL statements are grant and revoke. So how do we grant the permissions is grant, select, update, insert. That is, I am going to grant permissions to the table students like select, update and insert to David. David is the person, he can have access to the students like by the way like selecting, updating and inserting. The next type of command in DCL is revoke. Revoke is used to take back the privileges that are granted to the users. Already I have given permissions to the David here, select, update and insert onto students table. Now I can revoke them back. I don't want David to continue updating the database, so I will revoke it back, that is get back the privileges by using revoke statement. The next type of language is TCL, transaction control language. Here we have commit and rollback. Two type of statements are commit and rollback. So commit is something like once the data once the commit is applied, the data is permanently stored in the database. Whereas in the case of rollback, only up to a particular point the data can be committed, and after that we can roll back the data to a certain save point. We are using the save point concept here. For example, I have written 4 statements and after that I have written commit and I gave a save point name. After that, if my data got corrupted, then immediately I can roll back to previous save point. This usually this is very much helpful in the case when the data, when sometimes we may we may get some interruption in the database. In such cases we will use the rollback concept and commit concept. So with this I conclude my second part of the unit 2, that is data, DDL, DML, TCL, DDL, all the SQL languages. Thank you.